Welcome to Goa News Now, friends. Today, Sunday, very busy day because Goa would welcome the Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi. Similarly, the situation here is in Murmunga also is different because on Sunday today, the Goenso Equad have organized a public awareness meeting near Velsav Panchayat against double tracking. So, considering the importance of the scheduled visit, the Deputy Collector's Office of Marmugao have called the leaders including MLA, ex-MLA Alina Saldana and representative from Goenso Equat and even the Verna Police PI Taigo Gracious was called by the Deputy Collector Mr. Nipanikar only to request them not to organize today's public awareness meeting in view of scheduled visit of PM Narendra Modi. So we as Goa News now have got exclusive visuals and excerpts of meeting, which very crucial meeting that had happened inside, and without any cut, you just check what exactly happened, who said what with regards to double tracking.
Big cracks, okay? And the cracks are climbing up of walls. Every time, because it looks terrible, she goes on cementing and plastering the. Are we not the citizens of this country? Are we not the people living in the state of Goa? Are we not human beings with certain rights for a decent life and a decent living in our own property, in our own homes? For whom is this development? Plus, very important. I think if you look at what the Supreme Court has said, the Supreme Court statements are very definite. Survey. And they have said very clearly that Goa is too small to contain the sector. The Supreme Court has said very clearly that presently the rakes that carry the coal or other material are used only 50%. So 50% is left to be used. The Supreme Court has said small houses of the poor are also old, and which some of them are munkars. They have their munkarial rights. So the land belongs to them. The house is as good as theirs. Where are we going to go? Where are we going to go to live, sir? And for what purpose is this second plan? A report of feasibility is given by the department. Which is that department? What? W1. There is nothing. So what's going on in the country? I don't understand. The laws and the rules are gone to the winds. I feel that.
Right, does it now or of the land which is of the railways? Right? The land revenue code was done in 1968 by conducting a survey from 1964 onwards, and certain type of land, such as like the seabed, river bed, trenches which drains out the monsoon water, the national highways, the roads, public roads. These are the property of the government.
Acceptance.
Yes, and it is clearly mentioned in the land revenue code. And whatever you mentioned, it is the tract which has been identified as a railway property under land revenue code, and to that effect, a survey plan has been prepared with the railway track which has been shown. Not only the railway track, a national highway is shown, sea is shown, river bed is shown, and all this land which drains out the monsoon water has been shown in the land which belongs to the government. Now, when this is the position, when this is the position, if somebody is claiming on the sea, somebody is claiming on the river bed, somebody is claiming on the national highway, somebody is claiming on the railway track. They should come out with the objections, which was way back done and it was already done. And today you are raising the point on the railway track, on the riverbed or sea water or a trench which has been kept for the nalas which has been kept for to drain out the monsoon water. Then this is not the time to say that. But then, since you have been also since I have already given statement in a news media saying that if somebody is claiming on the railway track XYZ on the river on the government land, they should come out with saying that this is my land, my piece of land. 1 minute, let me complete it. Madam, I have completed. 1 minute. So let me tell you, complete it that if somebody is claiming on that, there be a claim saying that this part of land of the railway track is mine. I'll stop the work.
Sir,
This is my first. Yes. Yes.
Sir, you are absolutely right what you have said. That if the land belongs to the in that land, then we have to prove our rights. Okay? Now, we have been having quite a few hearings wherein landowners were sent letters asking to come to the collectorate to discuss the acquisition of the land. And at that point of time, I'm giving you my personal example. I have written to the authority objecting to the acquisition of the land bearing dash dash surveys which are in the name of my family. Okay? Similarly, when we went to the collectorate to oppose the acquisition of the land for the second track, it was not just me alone, there were hundreds of people who had all come with the same letter asking them to come there to meet regarding your property bearing survey number dash dash dash. It does not belong to them. It belongs to individuals. The railway authority is trying to acquire that land. But secondly, very importantly, as I said before, more than 100, maybe 110 years ago, the locals of the area along the track gave that land where the track is laid, they gave it to the railways. Okay? And till today, the railway authority does not have any document of ownership of that land where the first track exists. Otherwise, show us that document. It doesn't. I know it. RBNL has, the officers have told me, RBNL does not have any land ownership documents.
Yes. Now you are saying about the acquisition of the land. Let me be very clear. The land which was notified to be acquired or acquisition process which is in process at presently, the railways have not touched that land at all. Very clear. Unless and until you are being paid for it or you accept the compensation, that land will not be touched. Madam, let me complete it. The land acquisition process is not completed and we are not touching the land which is proposed to be acquired. At this juncture, let me complete it. Don't mix up with the land which is already there, which is already surveyed for the railway land, with the land which is going to be acquired under the land acquisition. These are the two different topics which you are trying to confuse it over here. See, I am very clear, but then you are not clear which survey land you are claiming about. Madam?
Because
Madam?
if the land did not belong to us, why would we?
That is for a different land, not for this land.
No.
The subject matter of the double track.
For the double track it is.
Let me complete it, madam.
No, and that
No, madam. This is very clear that it is very clear that the land which lies today with the railways, it is in some part of your village, Welsom village, it is 10 meters. In some of the areas, it is 15 meters, which is already surveyed in the railways. And the land acquisition for the notice which you have received, madam, And the notice which has been received by you for the land acquisition, it is not this land. It is a different land. We
Which
have not
land, sir?
touching.
Where?
Like
In
you
which-
have received the
in which
notices.
village?
All the
And where is
villages.
this land
All the
located?
villages.
Isn't it not adjoining
All
the
the
land?
villages.
Is it not adjoining the land where the track
You are
exists?
using the word adjoining,
Why?
not on the land or this thing. It is on not left on the land which is already there.
You're going to acquire more land, so it has to be adjoining. It cannot be
The
on
answer is
the
yours.
land.
You have given the answer, madam. So we are not touching the land which is going to be acquired, wherein the acquisition process is not
That's
completed.
okay. If
Then
you
I
have
am
not
telling you.
touched yet, because
But
the
then
second track is
the
not
land-
ready yet. I am aware of
Madam,
that.
second
But
track.
we are objecting to the acquisition of further acquisition of our land
You are free to
because
do that.
it is, we all know, and the government has not
Yes.
made any secret about
Madam.
it. It is to lay the second track. Now the question is, which I repeat again, the government should have taken a survey to find out the damage that
I'm
this
coming to
will
it.
cause. Okay, no survey is done.
I'm coming to
Where
it.
if you are acquiring, I was told by
Madam,
one
let me
second,
clear
sir.
it. Then you say this.
No. I was told by RVNL that 14 meters, this is what I was told by RVNL, and that based on that we carried out our inspections. I was told that 14 meters from the center of the existing track is required to lay the second track. And accordingly, acquisition is being done. Now, obviously, people are going to object. Has the government carried out the survey to find out the impact of this second track on the existing houses, on the environment, because it is meant for coal? Now, one more point I want to tell you, sir, which you have to consider for us. You know, the coal that is landing at our port, Goa has only one. The coal is landing at our port, and from our port, it is being carried from Murmugaon port. It is being carried through Goa to Karnataka. Now, the state of Karnataka has 5 ports or more. Why can't this coal, which is supposed to land in Karnataka, be taken to one of these 5 ports of Karnataka and then take it to the site where it has to go? Because I know this also, because I know the forest department in Karnataka. Many people working there were in the forest department of our in state of Goa, and they have said the government of Karnataka has made it very clear that coal will come to the state, bring it to Goa, to Karnataka. Does it make sense? When Goa is a dog-sized state, why are we being treated as second-class citizens? If Karnataka can put its foot down and say no, why are we being taken for the ride?
Finish, madam. Now, one point let me clear. When the railway says it is the 40 meters away or 30 meters away from the railway track which is existing, railway want to acquire
Not 30, 40 meters, 14.
14 meters, 1/4 meter from the
And
center of the railway track which is existing.
Yes, and so presently this existing track, if you measure, it may be in some cases 8 meters away from the compound wall of the houses.
Absolutely right. I am coming to this point only. And let me clear it at this point. Railway is saying they require a land of 14 meters from the track. The Land Revenue Code 1968 says it is a 10 meter or up to 15 meters is already the property of railways.
So show us.
1 minute.
Please
I
show us.
am completing, madam. You have given me the answer now.
Yes, sir. Please come.
Yes.
Please come.
Now you say that it is the 8 meters from the existing railway track, the compound walls are there. You agree up to this point? Right? You say.
Now,
I'm not saying.
exactly 8, it could be 8, it could be 10. But
मॅडम
you say it is
मॅडम
14.
मॅडम तू सांगतात त्याच खरं हांव म्हणना तुम्ही
Sir,
म्हणता
आम्ही सायकलिंग घ्या सर. आणि
That is why you have been called.
तुमका सर सारखे
That is-
तुमचे
Exactly. एक मिनिट. एका लावून तुमच्या म्हणून. You say that it is the 8 meters existing.
In some cases, not everywhere.
In some cases, it is 8 meters, 7 meters, XYZ meters. The railway track or the somebody's private property is there. My say land revenue code says, or it is the record on the paper as per the law. In some areas it is 10 meters, in some area it is 15 meters. It is absolutely right that from the railway track which is existing now, the property of the railways is 15 meters only. The center of the 15 meter comes to 7.5 meter. So what you say is correct. Railway want to acquire from the center to 14 meters. It is outside the 7 meters or the 8 meters which is existing. This is the point. You got the point, madam? You are right. But then don't confuse.
Yeah.
Madam, don't confuse the 14 meters which is from the center of the road and the 8 meters center of the railway track. 14 meters from the center of the track. The portion which is outside 7.5 meters or the 8 meters is railway is trying to acquire this land. For this, the land acquisition process has been issued and the certain survey numbers have been notified as the railway is going to acquire this land. So your point is absolutely correct. What railways presently is doing, they are not touching this proposed land acquisition land. They are only doing the constructions or the protections work which you are trying to say in this 10 meters or the 15 meters which is already property of the railways. This is the point which don't try to confuse this.
I will accept this fact
Yeah.
when you show me ownership papers.
Yes. Yes, we
Show
have.
me ownership
Yes.
papers.
But behind my house, they have gone beyond the.
No, I am giving you the survey records.
Can I speak 1 minute, sir?
Yes, sir, yes, yes.
See,
You
now
open
you are
it.
saying that Madam has said that the existing boundary wall is
7 meters.
is
7
7
meters. sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Now between the railway tracks and the boundary wall, that is the access for the stormwater drains during the monsoons. It is the access for the people to get out of the houses.
Yes.
They have no other
Yes,
access.
there's access.
They are landlocked from all sides. That is the only access. So it doesn't mean that this land belongs to the railways.
It was kept for the
I
people
will clarify on
who
this
gave
point.
the land.
I will clarify on this point. Is it okay? Should I clarify
Yes,
now?
Please do so. We need to know the.
When the land is already demarcated as a government land or railways land pertaining to the sea or a river or a railway or a national highway, if somebody is using as an SS, definitely they can use it as an SS. But then can somebody claim on that saying that it is my property?
So they
This
have
is my personal SS which goes to my house? No. The answer is no.
Sir.
Let me complete it, madam. Let me complete it. I am saying that, or the railways is saying that, if somebody's SS is being blocked on this 10 meters or the 15 meters, which is already demarcated at the railways property, they will keep it open. I am saying that, let me pass an order if you point it out to us that the SS to XYZ houses will be blocked. If this is not kept open, let me pass an order. You point it out to me, I'll make them to keep it open. Let me pass an order on it. Now, the second part, as the madam says that I should go on the track. Let me you show it to me
Let's go,
today
sir,
itself, right? After this meeting, we'll go on
Sir,
the track.
but can you give us one day? I would like to mark so that
There, done, madam, done.
everything is very
Done, done,
realistic.
done.
we have some days so we
Done.
can mark.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
yes,
right.
done.
It cannot be today.
Yes.
But sir, again and again.
Now I'm coming.
Ah,
Your
we are not
3 points
finished.
are not addressed, madam.
Okay, so please.
Yeah. Only 1.5 point is addressed. There is your say. I have I sincerely have a sympathy for those houses. You say, if you say that some houses can track has been done on the floor. How far that house is from the railway?
What do you mean?
Your house, how far is it from the?
Your house is around 20 meters.
Like an example.
Yeah, one second, one second. Presently, now I don't like to talk about my house because it's not just my house that matters to me.
They give an
For
example.
me, Goa matters, people of Goa matter. Because, and that is why I keep asking the question, has the government carried out a survey to find out how many houses will come within those 14 meters from the center of the existing track? Nothing is done. Nothing is done.
And secondly,
And one second, and then the main, what should I say, boss is the word, I don't know which is the correct word, of RVML has told us very clearly that railway has no documents because this land was given by the owners to the
Madam, it is my property. At present, it is my property. Means government property it is.
sir, they are now they are.
But it was given.
Sir,
Sir, it is from their.
म्हणून government दिलेली सर लोकांनी आणि ही वाट आणि ही वाट लोकांनी दिली देखून एक्सेस सोडला पूण एक्सेस सोडला तोय बी आमचोच आशिल्लो फकत ही वाट आमची आणि घरा कडसून
Now from their boundary, we are supposed to give the 30 meter setback.
Complete कर madam.
आता हांव कितें म्हणटा इतली जमीन आमी दिल्या our ancestors gave आणि सर एक फॅक्ट तुमी सारके शुअर आसूं की आमची ही घरां व्हडली जावं धाकटुली जावं ही घरां जी आमी heritage houses म्हणटा you know there's a wrong thinking that heritage means big houses not at all heritage could be a
Yes,
small
right.
house
I
with history attached to it okay and mostly Bahasas where they fought for various rights of the people, you know, the inmates of those small houses. Now, these houses, they are owned. But the railway has no ownership document even of that land where the first track is.
This is my property.
Oh.
All government property.
Now their setback, their boundary is there. Okay.
Let the railway pay for it.
See, 30 meters. Only one thing. See, you have to give a setback of 30 meters from their boundary. So for yours, if something happens to my old house, I cannot repair. What I am supposed to do?
Right
Have
now,
you given any application to the Mahila, to be there, or any authorities
See,
to repair
sir.
the house who has objected you for your repair?
so one second,
I have to take from you. Yes, I come to Hubli.
one second.
No.
So,
You address it to us.
so,
Address it to us.
so, right now, you have the right to say that land belongs to you because you are government.
Yes. We are custodian of it.
Yes. And I can also say that same land which belongs to you
Belongs to us.
belongs to us
Yes.
also. We are the citizens of this. The government is ours.
Taxpayer money.
This government is our government. People's government. Our government is a democratic government. Of the people, for the people, by the people. And that is where we are failing at.